Myles was kind of a little bit of a no-show yesterday, and obviously we think Myles is great. I think he has a good chance to potentially be Defensive Player of the Year. But, man, he fell off a ton again.
So we were talking about that again, too. I posted this on socials because I went back and I was like, okay, I know he's only had like 1 sack in the past however long, but I really wanted to verify. Well, it was 6 games, 7 weeks, because he didn't play in the Bengals game.
Yeah.
So the first 10 games of the season, he had 13 sacks. Then he goes into Denver, feels the pop in his shoulder, comes out in a sling. We're all thinking he's probably done for the year now. Ever since that game, only 1 sack over the next 6. So you go from 13 sacks in the first 10 to just 1 over your next 6 after an injury. I know, guys, it sucks that he does this disappearing thing. We talk about it every offseason. There's always that thing every year for Myles Garrett. Right. And this year it was the shoulder. I mean, he just dropped off after that. But I do think the injury had a lot to play in it.
I said it a couple weeks ago. I thought he had limited range of motion. Strength and that kind of stuff in the shoulder. And I definitely, like, I wouldn't be shocked to find out if he has surgery or something in the offseason on it.
Oh, I'm expecting it.
But we said it before the season, Myles has got to find a way to put an entire season together. And here we are going into another offseason again. And I think when healthy and fresh, he's the most dominant player in football. Yep. But, God, we need him for a full season. He can't. It's like there's always that one thing, like you said, and it's frustrating because we all know how good Myles is. And he gutted it out. He played through injury. He helped rally the troops. I didn't love his answer post-game.
What did he say? I didn't listen.
He said we got outcoached, outplayed. And like, just say I didn't play better.
Yeah.
You don't need to say we got outcoached.
That's not for a player to say.
Yes, I hate that. Like, Myles, we don't need cryptic things going into the offseason. Just say, I didn't play well enough. I had 0 sacks again. I didn't play well enough to give my team a chance to win. If that was a former quarterback that said that, I would be ripping him.
Oh, yeah.
For saying that.
Absolutely.
We all would be. Mm-hmm. Why would you say that? Outcoached? I don't think Jim Schwartz was on the field to make the tackle on their tight end going down the sidelines.
Right.
I don't think Jim Schwartz was the most elite pass rusher in the game going up against a banged-up Tunsil or a backup for a matter of time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like, don't blame the coaching. The coaching is, like, obviously the players rallied in, they bought in, they played really well, but you can't blame the coaching. They got you here also. It was a team effort. Just say the coach can say they got outcoached.
Exactly.
You don't hear a coach come out and say, I didn't coach well enough and my players sucked.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the player doesn't need to come out and say, and that was what he said first.
Yeah. The other team had the better players. Coaches that's not what they say.
Yeah. It's like, I didn't like that answer. Like, just come out and say, I didn't play well enough. I needed to do more to give my team a chance to win. I didn't get enough pressure on Stroud. Like, That was frustrating.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dawgs Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at the Dawgs Podcast. Get your thoughts on the show at thedawgspodcast.com.